We're joined now by Suay Nilhan Acikalın in Ankara. She's a board member at the Healthy Cities National Network of Türkiye. Welcome back to the programme, Suay. Now, 3 years on, Türkiye is building 23 homes an hour. How is the local economy able to absorb this construction boom without overheating?
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude towards to the Turkish people who lost their lives in the earthquakes. As you mentioned, that it's a crazy number that we can tell. It's the first time in the world we can say 23 units per hour. The government basically employed more than the 200,000 people for the construction process, and it's also play a revitalization role in those cities when it comes to the reconstruction, as well as the giving the employment power. In addition to this, because the economic recovery programs also introduced by the government just after the earthquake, and it's also revived the industry and the employment in these cities. And last one, of course, for the labor market, I would say the support mechanism, short-term work, and mostly the cash wage assistance, nearly more than 50 billion Turkish liras has been also introduced by the government. So it's not only the construction, but also plays an important role to revitalize the life, economy, and the living experience for the people who suffered from the earthquake.
Right, and $100 billion is a massive price tag. How is the government managing this debt burden alongside fighting other key economic issues at the moment?
That's the great point. We should point it out because it's obviously that at the same time Turkey has been fighting the high level inflation, but at the same time the government directly launched a special budget towards the cities just after the 48 hours the earthquake, and most of the sectoral support by the government regarding the transportation, healthcare sector, even the agriculture and the livestock farming has been supported by the government. And also, it should be noted that around the 7 million US dollars taken from the international funds like the World Bank and other related international organizations. But of course, within the 100 billion US dollars, it's a very small amount. But the government specifically work on a special budget for each of the cities, not only the reconstruction, but also the different sectors that come back to the real life for those people.
Right, now the restoring of the Habibinajar Mosque is symbolic. Is heritage tourism ready to drive the recovery in places like Hatay?
Well, Habibinajar is the one of the oldest mosque in the Anatolia, and I can say that the President Erdogan personally follow it is the reconstruction process, and it was restored by the Konya municipality and also Ministry of Culture, and it was opened by the few weeks ago by the President himself. And I think it's also symbolically shows that how the Turkey give a lots of efforts not only for the reconstruction for the government's buildings, but also shows that the government gives importance of the mosque and the social life outlets in the people over the cities, and it became the more important symbolic that Anatolia will survive from the different natural disasters and also other issues. So it's a big deal for the locals too.
Right, we'll leave it there for now. Suay Nilhan Acikalın in Ankara, thank you very much for joining us.